10. A passing situation for everyone in the stadium to watch. There it is, a drop back pass. It's downfield. It's intercepted by Michigan. He's down to the 40. He cuts into 35. And it's intercepted by Michigan's Jerry Meter. Jerry Meter intercepts the number 2 tackler in 77. Makes a big interception here, the first of his career at Michigan. Look at those Wolverines in white jerseys now. Look at old General Bo. Let's get the old horn out now.
Oh, I'm recording. I just thought I'd watch some little Joe Montana in college throwing picks. But I didn't realize I was recording. Whoa, that's psychedelic. That's not what I wanted. Oh, here we go. I guess we wanted to play some baseball. That's what we want. This is King Icky Boo, unprofessional King Icky Boo, coming to you live from the underground bunker. And we have another Game 5 for you here today. I recorded one yesterday, and I'm trying some settings because it seems like my videos are blurry. So I'm trying some settings, and I recorded a Game 5 deciding game between the Boston Red Sox of 1953 and the Milwaukee Braves of 1957. And the Braves won 3-1. Wasn't as exciting as the other Braves Game 5 game that we saw against the Cincinnati Reds of 57. But it was a decent game. But 3-1. But I recorded it with some different settings, and it made it 700 megabytes. So I wasn't going to upload 700 megabytes, so I'm sorry that game is lost in history. But we're going to try this one here today. I'm trying some new settings. Hopefully it's not as blurry. But we're going to play an interesting ball game here today. A very interesting series. And that is this one right here. The New York Yankees of 1950 versus the Boston Red Sox of 1950. It has been a whiz-banger of a series. To have a Game 5, it has to be 2 games apiece. That goes without saying. But it's how we got here. The first 2 games in New York were not that eventful. No, they split in New York. I tried this before, and I tried getting up the box scores. It didn't work. Game 1 was won by the Red Sox 5-2. The Yankees won the second game 4-3. 2 ordinary ball games. But when they returned here to Fenway Park for games 3 and 4, all of a sudden these home runs just started happening. I think the Yankees hit 9 home runs in these 2 games, and the Red Sox 6. The first one was won by the Yankees 16-11, and the second one was won by the Red Sox 11-10. And it was 10-7 going into the 9th inning, the bottom of the 9th. The Red Sox facing elimination, and they hit a big home run. I forget who. I should have looked. Maybe I got it listed down here. It was Bobby Doerr, 2-run walk-off double. Okay, it wasn't a home run, but they scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th with Bobby Doerr's 2-run double to win the game. So we are going to play this. Maybe it'll be as exciting as that. Vic Raschi will start for the Yankees, and we will have Ellis Kinder going for the Red Sox. And here's the lineup. Let's see if it's a decent line. Yeah, they used up their main guys. And what did I click that for? I don't know. Let's see if this is a good lineup. I think it is. We're leaving off Droppo. I mean, this is just an incredible offensive lineup that the Red Sox had in 50. Okay, we have DiMaggio, Goodman, Williams, Zarilla, Pesky, Stevens, Doerr, and Tebbets. And we got to leave off a guy who hit 34 home runs. 37 home runs. How do you leave him off? Oh, he's a first baseman. Who is playing first base? Goodman. Okay, Goodman he can play a lot of positions. He can play left. He can play... I think they have this trouble. Where do you play him? Who's playing left field? Williams, I think we'll leave him in. Zarilla. Oops. Zarilla. I mean, the guy's got a .432 on-base percentage. But you can't leave off the power hitter of the team. Oh, what do we do? Sorry, folks. Sorry. This is Steve O'Neill, the manager, had this problem every day. think, okay. He's a right-hander. I guess we're going to leave him off. DiMaggio lead off. Yeah, he's got... I mean, it's just unbelievable, this lineup. Pesky, Steve... I think Stevens is like a power hitter. We'll put him up. Maybe here's Zarilla, then Stevens. Batting, on base. Pesky. Okay, we'll go with this. Just so I don't cause my listeners, my viewers, to fall asleep. Okay, here is the lineups. Here are the lineups for the 1950 New York Yankees. Phil Rizzuto at shortstop, Jerry Coleman at second base, Joe DiMaggio in center field, Yogi Berra catching and batting cleanup, Hank Bauer playing right field, Joe Collins the first baseman, Cliff Maples the left fielder, and Billy Johnson the third baseman batting eighth, and Vic Raschi is the pitcher for the Red Sox. Leading off and playing center field, Dom DiMaggio, the little professor. Batting second and playing first base, Billy Goodman. Batting third, Teddy Ball Game, Ted Williams, the left fielder. Al Zarilla playing right field, batting fourth. Vern Stevens, the shortstop, batting fifth. Johnny Pesky, the third baseman, batting sixth. Bobby Doerr, second baseman, batting seventh. Bertie Tebbetts, the catcher, batting eighth. And Ellis Kinder batting ninth. Let's get this ball game underway.
Pitching for 50 Boa, 23, Ellis, Kinder. Leading off for 50 Naya, 42, shortstop, number 10, Phil Rizzuto.
Phil Rizzuto, the scooter, is leading off. So welcome to Fenway Park, this fifth and deciding game between these two powerful lineups. And they weren't even the first place team that year in my replay. It was the Cleveland Indians, who won the World Series and the pennant that year. And so these are the two, they finished second and third, just two incredible ball clubs. This should be a lot of fun, I hope.
Play ball!
Here we go. Still can't believe we had to leave Droppo out of the lineup. They'll be talking about that for years to come. Okay, here's Rizzuto. Oh yeah, we gotta take it out of, not rules. We don't need no rules. Rules in a knife fight? Okay, so there we go. Here's the pitch. And a base hit for Scooter. We're going to see a lot of base hits.
Second baseman, number 42, Jerry Coleman.
Here's Jerry Coleman, who was the broadcaster for the San Diego Padres for all those years. You can look up all the Colemanisms. He had some really funny lines. Rizzuto, of course, was the longtime Yankee announcer, and he was very entertaining, although he was wrong when he said he created Holy Cow or came up with Holy Cow. Harry Carey was announcing for years before Rizzuto even started playing ball and saying Holy Cow. But anyway, that's another discussion for another day. Here's Coleman, and he fouls it back. Bertie Tebbetts doesn't even move. He knows it's out of play. Rizzuto can't steal bases, but he bunts. We'll take that. Throws at
Center
first,
fielder,
one away.
number 5, Joe DiMaggio.
Here's Jolton Joe DiMaggio. 32 home runs, just like real life, but he had 140 RBIs. Ball one to Joe. 2 balls. Pitching is a challenge, that's for sure. Base hit for Joe.
Catcher, number 8, Yogi Berra.
Yogi Berra batted .346 with 35 home runs and 120 RBIs. Okay, let's double play ball. We will not throw home. Well, yes, go for it. Oh, but Yogi's chugs down the
Right
line
fielder,
and the
number
run
25,
scores.
Hank Bauer.
Run scores. The Yankees lead 1-0. Here's Hank Bauer. 1-1 to Hank. Fly ball to DiMaggio. The two DiMaggios playing center
Pitching
field.
for 50 Naya, 42, Vic Raschi. Leading off for 50 Boa, 23, center fielder, number 7, Dom DiMaggio.
Dom DiMaggio versus Vic Raschi. Raschi's probably their ace. In real life, he was 21-8. In replay, 18-11, 371. Here's a ground ball, and he is
First
out.
baseman, number 10.
He tried.
Billy Goodman.
Here's Goodman, batted 382. How do you leave a guy out of the lineup in a deciding game that batted 382? Answer, you can't. Therefore, Droppo is out of the lineup. And he singles.
Left fielder, number 9. Ted Williams.
Now, Ted was a little bit of a disappointment here. I mean, he's a 317. Do you think he ever hit 269 in any of his seasons? It's very surprising. His power was there, but the average was not. Let's see how he's done in this series so far. He's batting 222 with 2 home runs. So he has 2 hits, both of them home runs. He has 6 RBIs. They need a similar type game from Ted if the Red Sox are going to win this one. Fouls it back. First strike on Ted. 3 balls and 1 strike. He really got a hold of this one. Come on, get out, get out. Oh, it's off the wall. And we're going to send him home, yes. And they don't even throw
Right
it.
fielder, number 2. Al Zarilla.
So Ted Williams doubles, scoring Billy Goodman, and the score is tied at 1. Here's Zarilla, 340 hitter, 10 home runs, 80 RBIs, on base percentage of .432. And he gets a base hit. And 71%, no.
Shortstop, number 5. Vern Stevens.
And you got a guy who drives and runs like Vern Stevens. I don't think you need to send him. Just watch it hit into double play now. Let's cross our fingers that won't happen. He drives one deep. It is off the green monster. Zarilla rounds third. He is going to try, and he scores.
Third baseman,
and the Red Sox.
number 6. Johnny Pesky.
Red Sox 3, Yankees 1. Here's Johnny Pesky with his 2 home runs, 60 RBIs, batting 300. And you have to keep him in because he's the third baseman. I think Goodman played third. That's what I should have done, perhaps. Yes, he plays all over the field. Not very well, but his best position is first base, and that's where he's at today. I guess I could have done that, but looks like we have plenty of offense. I don't know, but game is not over. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, 16-11 and 11-10 the last 2 games here at Fenway Park. Another base hit. We'll take it. Send Stevens home? No.
Second baseman, number 1. Bobby Doer.
We have yesterday's hero and man of 144 RBIs, Bobby Doer. We don't need to send anybody. Ball 1 to Doer. And this time we'll send him. And they don't
Catcher,
even bother throwing.
number 8. Birdie Tebbets.
Here's Birdie. He's the weak link of the offense, and 279 hitter, 8 home runs, 48 RBIs. Yeah, someone has to catch. And he balked. Little rattled Raschi. I don't think Casey Stengel would, in a deciding game, he would leave him in this long. Just from what I've seen from Casey Stengel, he starts the game with 2 guys in the bullpen. And he really ticked off Whitey Ford one year doing that. I think in the last year
First baseman, number 41.
Stengel managed.
Joe Collins.
1960. Okay, so the first inning is over. I don't know what happened there. Sorry for yapping. Tebbets struck out. So, at the end of 1, it's 4-1 Red Sox. Long fly ball. This could be dangerous. It's going. It's going. It is gone. Joe
Left
Collins.
fielder, number 7. Cliff Mapes.
Mapes. I called them Maples. I guess that was my bad. But that's the 10th home run of the year for Collins. Here's Mapes. Rhymes with drapes.
Third baseman, number 24. Billy Johnson.
I think they called him Billy White Shoes Johnson. No, that's the Houston Oilers.
Pitcher, number 17. Vic Rashi.
Okay, well, he's a bunter, so we'll bring the corners in. And he indeed bunts, but we're ready for him.
Shortstop, Phil Rizzuto.
Rizzuto. I tried fixing that that narrator, but I just couldn't do it. It was tough. Rizzuto. It just had trouble, so I'm not going to do that now. If you want to know what exciting television would be, that would be me trying to fix the narrator. Strike one to Rizzuto. 1-1. 2-1. 3-1. Strike. And a ground ball. Can he make it?
Pitcher,
Oh, he's
number
out.
16, Ellis Kinder.
Here's the pitcher, Kinder. And that should be easy for Joe.
Center fielder, Dom DiMaggio.
And he walked him.
First baseman, Billy Goodman.
Billy Goodman. He's going to swing away. Ball one. Ball two. When you have a .455 on base percentage, you just let the guy swing. Well, he's not going to swing. Hopefully. He walked him on 4 pitches.
Left fielder, Ted Williams.
Here's Ted. He doubled and scored a run in the first inning. He didn't score. He drove in a run. There's a difference, you know. 1-1 to Ted. And a base hit for Williams. He's 2 for 2 today. We will not send him. No.
Right fielder, Al Zarilla.
Here's Zarilla. He singled. And Williams went to third in the first inning. Ball one. Strike one. 2-1. 1950 was easily the most offensive, I don't mean offensive like, ooh, I'm offended, but offensive-minded season of the 50s. You look up the numbers. Most teams had more walks than strikeouts. It was, and I read somewhere, I think I said it in another video, that they experimented with the strike zone. Made a lot skinnier strike zone, and it really showed with the numbers. Could be a double play. And it is.
Second baseman, Jerry Coleman.
So the Red Sox did not score in spite of loading the bases in that one. And Coleman singles.
Center fielder, Joe DiMaggio.
So this game, it's going to be a wild one. I sense it already. Can we find a pitcher that can throw the ball? That is the question. The team that can find a pitcher that's hot today will win this game.
Catcher, Yogi Berra.
Here's Yogi. 0 for 1. Uh-oh. Deep fly ball. But he caught it.
Right fielder.
Good play by
Bauer.
Zarilla in right. At the fence. Here's Bauer. 0 for 1. Ball 1 to Bauer. 3 balls, no strikes. There's one. Hits it hard. It did not like that sound. But it is caught.
Shortstop,
Ted wanders
Vern
over there and makes
Stevens.
the play, the end of the inning. 2 scoreless innings in a row. Oops, sorry. Here's Vern Stevens. One of the best hitting shortstop years ever.
Third baseman, Johnny Pesky.
Here's Pesky, 105 runs. I think he probably batted higher in the lineup.
Second baseman, Bobby Doer.
Here's Bobby Dorr. Not Bobby Orr, but Bobby Dorr. Both played for Boston. And there's a foul ball out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dorr. 2 balls and a strike. 3 balls and a strike. And he walked him.
Catcher,
Third walk given up by
Bernie
Rashi.
Tebbets.
Here's Tebbets. 0 for 1, struck out if I remember right. Two and 2 to Birdie Tebbets. And he gets a hit. With 1 out and the pitcher coming up, we're going to send him with 74%. And we're going to send him. Oh, he's out at third, 74%.
Pitcher, Ellis Kinder.
But the runners advance. Somehow Kinder can get a base hit. Yeah, that's a danger. You think, 3/4 of a chance, but I guess, you roll 1 out of 4 is not that uncommon. 2 quick strikes on Kinder. That's his 65th pitch already for Rashi in the 3rd inning. And he dribbles it down the left field line. Hits it hard, but
First
right
baseman,
to the first baseman,
Collins,
who makes the play. So we have 3 scoreless innings in a row. He hits it deep. He already hit one out. Could this be number 2? That one's gone. His 2nd home run of a game and number 11 of the season.
Cliff Mapes.
Where have you been all year, Joe Collins? I guess he only had 238 at bats, 266, so should not be that surprised. Here's Mapes. Rhymes with grapes.
3rd baseman.
He makes an infield hit. Barely beat the throw, but doesn't matter. Close only counts in horseshoes, so it's just like a standard base hit. Here's Billy Johnson. 2 strikes. Fly ball to Dom DiMaggio. Makes the play.
Pitcher, Vic Rashi.
So he's probably going to bunt. So we will bring the corners in preparation of such bunt. But he fools us.
Shortstop.
Kind of like a bunt, though.
Phil
Just dribbled to the pitcher.
Rizzuto.
Here's Rizzuto. He is 1 for 2. He was the MVP, real-life MVP of 1950. I don't think he's the MVP in my replay, though. And that should be easy.
Center
Nothing's
fielder,
really easy with
Dom
Tempo. He wasn't that good a
DiMaggio.
fielder. Okay, let's see if we can get some runs. We haven't scored since the 1st inning. It's a real drought.
First baseman, Billy Goodman.
Goodman is singled and walked. Uh-oh. He has a rare out.
Left fielder, Ted Williams.
Ted is 2 for 2. And 1, 2, 3 go the Red Sox.
Second baseman, Jerry Coleman.
4 to 3 after 4. They're getting hits. Oh, what is
Center
this?
fielder, Joe DiMaggio.
Bobbled by Zarilla. And Coleman ends up at 2nd base for the power in the lineup coming up. Here's DiMaggio. His pre-Maryland days. I am nervous, sports fans. Look at that. It is gone way out of here.
Catcher,
Home run
Yogi
number 33
Berra.
for DiMaggio, and it's 5-4 Yankees. And there's still nobody out here in the 5th. Base hit for Berra.
Right fielder, Hank Bauer.
I'm going to pay a little visit to our friend on the mound. Hey, guy, what's going on? You are strong? How about you're on thin ice? That's what you are. Struck
First
him
baseman,
out.
Joe Collins.
Uh-oh, Collins. Do we want to pitch to him? He's already hit 2 of them out. It's much less dangerous against left-handers. La-dee-dee. New opponent. Do we have any left-handers? We got Mickey McDermott, who's tired. We got Dick Littlefield, who had an 8.87 ERA and 700 slugging in real life. And Earl Johnson, who only had a 7.24 ERA, although in the replay had 120. Would you trust this guy? Would you trust this face? Oh, man. Can't hit 3 in a row. Just can't. 2 and 2. 3 and 2. Walked him. So he did not hit 3 in a row.
Left fielder, Cliff Mapes.
Said he was strong. That should be foul. One strike. Still only 1 out here. An infield fly. Fans go silent.
Third baseman, Billy Johnson.
There's Billy White Shoes Johnson. Strike 1. Strike 2. Strike 3.
Right fielder, Al Mazzarella.
However, we're down by a run now. We got to get our offense going. We used it all up in the first inning. Pop out. I think Vic Rashi is gaining confidence
Shortstop,
here.
Vern Stevens.
Stevens. Base hit for Stevens.
Third baseman, Johnny Pesky.
Here's Pesky. He needs to get on base, Pesky. Uh-oh. I think that's going to get out of play, though. Yeah, there's no doubt. Base hit for Pesky. Can he go to third? No, not 34%.
Second baseman, Bobby Doer.
Come on, Bobby. He has 1 RBI on a sacrifice fly. Hits it down the left field line, but probably going to be caught. And it is.
Catcher, Bertie Tebbets.
And Tebbets, the weakest link, is up. And that should be caught.
Pitcher,
So it was a promising
Vic
inning, but
Rashi.
nothing to show for it. And Rashi gets a base hit.
Shortstop, Phil Rizzuto.
Rizzuto. Kinder. This should have been an easy out. Oh, he bunts. As long as we get him out. Oh, he's going for second.
Second baseman, Jerry Coleman.
And that pays off, although Rizzuto is a much better runner. You say, well, why don't we get a relief pitcher in? Okay, once again, who are you going to bring in? The only good guy here is Harry Taylor. He's going to be the closer, so if we can somehow get a lead here, but everybody else, I guess you can bring in James Atkins, but he only had 4.2 innings, so you never know what you're going to get with him. I say Joe Dobson. He'd be the first guy off the bench. Maybe a little Chuck Stobbs. But we're going to go with Kinder as long as we can. Ball 1 to Jerry Coleman. He's 2 for 2. And he had a sacrifice as well. 2 strikes on Coleman. He hits that one hard. And look at this. Jerry Coleman off the wall. 93%. We are not going to throw. 6 to 4 Yankees.
Joe DiMaggio.
Joe, he hit a home run last time over the Green Monster. You can't walk Joe to face Yogi Berra. I mean, he gets a base hit.
Catcher, Yogi Berra.
Oh my. Let's see what's wrong with him. Very strong. He used to be strong, and now he's very strong. You're not pitching like it, buddy. Two balls, 1 strike to Yogi. And that is foul. 2-2. It's a deep fly ball again, but I think this one could be caught. It's going to score a run, however.
Right fielder, Hank Bauer.
And the Red Sox are down by 3. That one didn't sound good. Nope. I don't think so. Off the wall. Another run scores.
First baseman, Joe
Okay,
Collins.
well, that's it. We'll bring in Chuck Stobbs. And look at this. Wish they could do a double switch, but who else catches for this team? Not much in the way of catching. Matt Batts. Okay, we're going to go with Matt Batts. Okay, so we will bring in Stobbs. He will take the 8th spot. He'll pitch, and we'll bring in Matt Batts. Hopefully he's brought his bats with him here today. He's going to lead off the next
Pitching
inning. We're
for
down by
50
4.
23, Chuck Stobbs. Catcher, number 14, Matt Batts.
Matt Batts. And he is on with a base hit. A good start here in the 6th.
Center fielder, Dom DiMaggio.
DiMaggio walked and grounded out twice. So he's due. The whole team is due. Hits to his brother.
First baseman, Billy Goodman.
Clobber this one, but it's still going to be caught.
Left fielder, Ted Williams.
2 for 3 is Ted. He weak ground ball. Run, Ted!
Left fielder, Cliff Mapes.
Man, oh man, Vic Rashi is bringing it today.
Third baseman, Billy Johnson.
I don't know how long we can go with Chuck Stobbs.
Pitcher, Vic Rashi. Right fielder,
Okay.
Al Zarilla.
Got 3 innings to get 4 runs. And not give up any. It's a pop-up, it's out of play. Base hits. We get a lot of leadoff hits, but he's going for second. He is.
Shortstop,
Oh, he's
Vern
in there safe.
Stevens.
Okay, here's Vern Stevens. We have to score this inning. High fly ball. It sounded good. It looks good. It is out of here. A wind-aided homer for Vern Stevens.
Third
We don't
baseman,
care if it's wind-aided.
Pesky.
8-6. So the key question here is, when do we bring in our ace in the hole here, our home run hitter, Walt Droppo? Walt Droppo was Rookie of the Year with these amazing numbers. When do we bring him in? In what situation? Pesky's 3 for 3. This looks like the streak is
Second
over.
baseman, Bobby Doer.
Dorr is 0 for 2 and walked. And he pops out.
Pitcher, number 22, Chuck Stobbs.
Okay, we're going to leave him in. And he gets a hit.
Catcher, Matt Batts.
There's Bats. Oh, little dribbler, should be easy.
Shortstop,
Nice arm.
Phil
Nice
Rizzuto.
arm on that Jerry Coleman. Okay, now you got to hold him, Chucky. Good start.
Second baseman, Jerry Coleman.
Jerry Superman Coleman, 3 for 3. Including a double off the wall last time up.
Center fielder, Joe DiMaggio.
DiMaggio. This Stobbs is the man. Okay, they're bringing in Jackie Jensen to play left field. So who's coming out? No more Mapes.
Center fielder, Dom
Just want
DiMaggio.
to give Jackie a little bit of playing time in the playoffs here. Future Red Sox player. Had a couple good years in the late 50s. But we're not there now. We're in 1950. And we need the little professor to get on base. That's what we need. He dribbles it. Come on, how many more pitches? He's pitched 123. Let's make him work. Base hit for DiMaggio.
First baseman,
Good
Billy
start.
Goodman.
Come on, I'm building you up, Billy Goodman, all this time. You got to show it. You haven't showed it the last 2 at-bats. Strike 1. 2 balls and a strike to Billy Goodman. And he gets a base hit. No, we're not going to send him. Because who is up?
Left fielder, Ted Williams.
Teddy Ball Game is up. Come on, Ted. 2 for 4. Doubled off the wall, grounded a single, flied out the shallow center, and dribbler to Rizzuto last time up. Come on, Rashi's getting tired. I can feel it. Strike 1. 3-1 to Ted. We'll take a walk. Oh, full count. Ball 4. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Right fielder, Al Zarilla.
Okay, you asked me, when is the time for Walt Droppo? Is this the time? I don't think so. He's a left-handed. Zarilla's too good a hitter. He's the reason why Droppo's on the bench in the first place. He gets a base hit. 1 run is in. We are not going to send him.
Shortstop, Vern Stevens.
Vern Stevens is up. 3 for 4 today. Doubled off the wall, grounded a single, and hit a 2-run homer last time. Oh, a grand slam would be sweet. Ball 1. They're going to stay with Rashi. Obviously laboring here. 2 balls and no strikes. There's a strike. We don't mind. The more pitches, the better. That's out of play, thankfully. We don't want to pop out. Little Adams family. Full count to Stevens. Fans like that one. It is deep. It's going to get a run home. And we are tied. And here comes Joe Page. Joe Page is now pitching for the Yankees.
Pitching for 50 Naya, 42, Joe Page. Third baseman, Johnny Pesky.
Johnny Pesky. Is this the time for Mr. Droppo? If we bring in Droppo, he'd play first. Goodman would play third. Although he's only 4 and a 3, 935. While Pesky, I'm sure, is much better than that. He is a 8 and a 9-7. No, we're not gonna. Nope, sorry. Get it out of your mind. Ball 1 to Pesky. He can get on. He can get on. Yes, he can. 3 balls and no strikes. Should we hit the take? We'll do a take. Oh. Okay. Here's a base hit. We don't need a walk. Ooh, do we send him home? 79%. Not with Bobby Dorr on the... Still 79%. Here we go. We're sending him. No, we're not sending him. He's out at 79%.
Bobby Dorr.
Holy cow. That is a bummer. We're still tied 8-8. 2 men out now for Bobby Dorr. High fly ball, that should be easy, so we blow it.
Catcher, Yogi Berra.
Okay, so it's 8-8. Well hit fly ball to right center. It is gonna be off the wall,
Right
which is
fielder,
pretty difficult.
Hank Bauer.
The wall is very high. Oh man. Ball 1 to Bauer, owner of the skate company. And he gets a base hit. So we have first and third with
Joe
nobody out.
Collins.
1-1. 2-1. The dribble to the pitcher. Goes to 1. He get double
Left
play
fielder,
and he doesn't go home.
Number 40, Jackie Jensen.
I don't think you could have got a better outcome than that. A little dribbler to Stobbs. Berra had the hold and they got the double play. Jackie Jensen, only a 145 hitter. Just watch him get a hit. Nope. This should be easy for DiMaggio, and it is.
Pitcher, Chuck Stobbs.
Chuck Stobbs, you are the man. Ever since you came into this ball game, the Yankees have done nothing. Do we take him out now? Who's up? Johnson, Page, Rizzuto, Coleman, DiMaggio. Oh yeah, you gotta go. I mean, it's the bottom of the 9th. You gotta take him out. And I'm not gonna bring in Mr. Droppo. No, wait. I'm saving him for a situation where he can drive in some runs. I'm gonna bring in Clyde Volmer. He's a good candidate. Jimmy Pearsall. Tom Wright. He's a left-hander though. We're going to bring in Volmer. Volmer will bat for Stobbs. If the Red Sox win this,
Pinch hitter.
we will
number
declare the
23,
hero Chuck
Clyde Volmer.
Chucky Stobbs. But it's not over yet. Come on, Volmer. And he
Catcher,
strikes out.
Matt Bats.
Here's Bats. He strikes
Center
out.
fielder, Dom.
Who are you, Joe
DiMaggio.
Page? DiMaggio gets on. Oh, it's double, triple.
First baseman, Billy Goodman.
Stand-up triple. Nobody was on base, however. Let's see what Page's numbers are. We haven't even looked at that. Not his batting numbers. Oh, his righty numbers. Okay, I'm sorry, Billy Goodman. This is the moment. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. The appearance of one Walter Drapo.
Pinch hitter, number 3, Walt Drapo.
Walt Drapo, 37 home runs, 127. You had 127 RBIs. We just need one. One more. Ball 1 to Drapo. 2 balls to Drapo. 3 balls. They're going to walk him. He's got, look at this, 554 average. And they just walked him. They wanted no piece of Drapo.
Ted Williams.
They wanted to pitch to Williams. I can't blame him. He's still good against left-handers, but... Come on, Ted. How many times has someone walked someone in front of you? You must be angry. Come on, get that anger. 3 balls. Are they walking him too? Okay.
Right fielder,
Zarilla. That's the man they wanted all along, was Zarilla. Magilla Zarilla. That wasn't his nickname, it should have been. Uh-oh, yes, this is the one they wanted. Look at this. 2 strikes in Zarilla. Come on, all that. Nothing to show for it. Yes.
Third baseman, Billy Johnson.
We're going to extras. Okay, so Drapo is going to be the new first baseman, and we have to find a new pitcher. Somewhere in the archives here, we're going to have to find someone who can pitch. Who would that be? Tommy what am I doing? Here we go. Pitch, yes. I was wondering what's going on. Okay, Harry Taylor. We talked about him. Joe Dobson. We talked about him a little. Jim Suchecki. Okay. Al Papai. Just for his name alone be a reason to bring him in. Al Papai. I'm sure he's called Apple Pie. James Atkins. He walks everybody. I'm going to bring in Joe Dobson. Joey Dobson. He'll be the pitcher.
Pitching for 50 BOA, 23, Joe Dobson.
Look at that. Joe Dobson was 17-4 during the regular season. Let's make it 18-4.
Pitcher, number 11, Joe Page.
And they're bringing in Tommy Heinrich. That
Pinch hitting for 59,
probably their ace in the hole.
42, number 15, Tommy Heinrich.
Though he was probably better in the 40s than the 50s. He was on his last few years here, but doesn't mean he's not dangerous. Gets a base hit.
Shortstop, Phil Rizzuto.
Okay, so we're not going to hold Heinrich on. Let's see what Rizzuto does. Pesky to door to Drapo. Double play. And they're bringing in Tom Ferrick.
Pitching for 59,
Who's pretty
42, Tom Ferrick.
And he's a mighty happy
Shortstop,
guy.
Vern Stevens.
Let's wipe that smile off his face. Vern Stevens with a blast. Lazy fly ball to DiMaggio. There's no way on earth he's going to
Third
drop
baseman,
that.
Johnny Pesky.
Pesky is 4 for 5. And he strikes
Second
out
baseman,
here.
Bobby Doer.
Come on, Door. He gets a base hit.
Pitcher, number 15, Joe Dobson.
He's a pretty good hitting pitcher. I'm not going to take him out. Sorry. I got nothing left. I need a few innings from Dobson. He can hit. Trust me, he can hit.
Second baseman, Jerry Coleman.
Okay. This could be close.
Center
No,
fielder,
it wasn't close at all.
Joe DiMaggio.
Joe DiMaggio. Hits it hard, but right
Catcher,
to Stevens,
Yogi
who makes the play.
Berra.
Here's Yogi. Yogi scares me. Oh. But it's going to be caught. What a run
Catcher, Matt
by
Bats.
Dom DiMaggio to get to that ball. Looked dangerous off the bat. Okay, here's Bats. Tom Ferrick. What kind of pitcher is he? He is, for 1950, he is a superstar. And we're going to have to face him for 50 pitches. Yep. That's why I had to keep Dobson in. He's going to have to match
Center
him.
fielder, Dom DiMaggio.
Base hit. Third hit in a row for DiMaggio.
First baseman, Walt Drapo.
Now we have Drapo instead of Billy Goodman. They just pitched around him the first time. 3 balls to Drapo. Strike 1. He walked him. Brings up Ted.
Left fielder, Ted Williams.
Come on, Ted. You're due. You walked twice, but you haven't had a hit since the 2nd inning. That's like ages ago. Ball 1. 2. I'll take a walk. I will. I can live with a walk. Okay, bases loaded, 1 out for
Right
Zarilla.
fielder, Al Zarilla.
He's the guy we want up. Everything is riding on Al Zarilla. 2 balls to Al Zarilla. Base hit! Red Sox win!
The final score from Fenway Park, in 11 innings, 50 Boa, 23, 9, 50 Naya, 42, 8. Joe Dobson is the winner. He is now 18-4 on the
18-4.
season. Tom Ferrick picks up the loss. He is now 4-3. Joe Collins hit 2 home runs. He now has 11th on the season. Joe DiMaggio hit his 33rd. Vern Stevens hit his 29th. Time of the game, 4 hours, 17 minutes.
4 hours and 17 minutes of pure joy. Who are the stars? You have to think of Vern Stevens, 3 for 6, 5 RBIs. And for the Yankees, of course, Joe Collins, he had 2 home runs, although they're both solo shots. So the star of the game, no doubt, is Chucky Stobbs. He came in. Kinder was giving up everything. 8 runs and 5 1/3. Stobbs came in and shut the door, got the Yankees off their game, and set it up for a comeback where the Red Sox won in the 11th. So I hope you enjoyed today's great game between the Red Sox and the Yankees. Red Sox win, and all Boston, all Red Sox Nation rejoices. We'll catch you next time. This is King Ikeboo with Tiny Archibald coming to you from Fenway Park in Boston, where the final score, once again, the Boston Red Sox 9 and the New York Yankees 8. We'll see you next time, everybody. Goodbye, everyone.